What's up, hoopers? Back again with another basketball review video, one that all of you have been waiting for. It is the Spalding Model M. Wait. It is the Spalding TF Model M. That's a lot to say. I've got more to say. Let's get into it. First, 60 seconds for all of you who don't have an attention span longer than 45 seconds. Here comes a quick breakdown. The Spalding TF Model M, which is still a lot to say, actually is a really great basketball. If you've had the original Spalding NBA official basketball, this one is going to feel very similar, but already broken in once you get it. Shout out to my buddy Mike. This is his basketball. He allowed me to borrow it for a little bit to review it. And honestly, if you're looking for a full, genuine leather basketball that plays fantastic for shooters, I would choose the Spalding over the Wilson official. Mainly because I don't know what it is about this design of this genuine leather basketball, but for shooters, it's absolutely perfect. The dribbling is nice, the handling is wonderful, but for whatever reason, once you dial down the shooting, this thing can't miss. Now, for those of you who want more details and a more detailed breakdown, let's get into it. Now, the Spalding TF Model M official indoor basketball is probably the longest name for basketball that's out right now. Outside of the fact that the name is probably too long, the performance of this basketball is actually top tier in my opinion. I have a genuine Spalding NBA official basketball from the David Stern era, and that basketball is actually not as broken in as this basketball. Shout out to one of my players, Michael, for letting me borrow this basketball to review it. He actually has the old NBA official Spalding basketball. We did a swap just as a trade, just so I can borrow this basketball for a little bit so I can do a review. So shout out to him. Here's his profile. Check him out on IG. The Spalding TF Model M, it plays like the old Spalding NBA basketball, except there are a few differences. Now, the things that are similar that you're going to remember: the size of the panels are smaller than the Wilson official, which makes this basketball, for some reason, a lot better to shoot. The recognition as far as when you get the ball and you can kind of find the panels or find those grooves right away. For whatever reason, because the panels are smaller, it makes it a lot easier to find those grooves as opposed to the Wilson official. This genuine leather, the leather that they use for this basketball, the break-in period is much faster than the other genuine leather basketballs I've had in the past. Even the older Spalding basketballs, this one has seemed to, well, with this model, Spalding has seemed to figure out the right setting for the leather to give out when they produce the basketball, so that the break-in period is pretty much cut in half. I don't know how long Michael has had this basketball. I want to say maybe 6 months, but as you can tell, it's already starting to turn that chocolate brown color. It's in the beginning phases, and the handle of it is absolutely beautiful. Now, the one thing that I think is a little different about this basketball as opposed to the older models is that the panels in the middle, the texture or whatever, I know it's like probably like a nylon rubber, some sort of, it's not that different. And as you can tell, it is kind of wearing, it is definitely cracking, which is something that happens with genuine leather basketballs. But the transfer from the leather to that material, you can feel the difference right away as soon as you catch it. And because of that, if you're a shooter and you're looking for those grooves, as soon as you catch the ball, you're going to be able to recognize them and get this ball out of your hands quickly. And because of that, this is a shooter's basketball. Now, even if you don't catch it within the grooves and you catch it off, because of the weight and kind of, I'm assuming the inside kind of like bladder, they call it, the inside of it, because of how this basketball is built, the rotation is so even that as long as you've got your touchdown, you don't necessarily have to be holding it in the grooves. You can just let it go, let muscle memory take over, and it's probably going to be a great shot. If you're looking for an indoor basketball that's genuine leather and you haven't been able to get the Wilson Official, or maybe you don't like the Wilson Official, you got the Wilson Official, not the biggest fan, you were a bigger fan of the Spalding version of the NBA basketball, and you're thinking, should I get it, should I not? I think it's a great option. Now, you're not going to be able to probably use this at your local gym. You guys know how people feel about NBA level basketballs, genuine leather basketballs. They don't get a lot of play unless you're playing with guys who like to use those type of basketballs. But if you're looking for a great basketball that's top tier, high quality, the Spalding TF Model M, which sounds like a futuristic car but is actually a present day basketball, is a great option. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know if you have this basketball, your comparison to the older version, or even the comparison to the current NBA basketball now. I'd love to see those comments. And as always, till next time, keep moving.